These ligands can be monodentate, they can be bidentate, or they can be polydentate. The term dent is for the tooth. So when I say a ligand is a monodentate, so mono means one. Like example, if a ligand is having or able to form only one dative bond, we call that as monodentate. Like the molecule is able to form only one dative bond, or only one side it can form a dative bond, we call that as monodentate. But if a ligand is formed bond like from two sides, like example, if I say a amine group is there, NH2, there's a lone pair, then CH2, then CH2, and then NH2. So this is called bidentate. The term bi means two. So this is a bidentate, like this is having two ends from which it can form a dative bond. Or it can be polydentate. The term poly means many. So if a ligand can attach from one side only, like it can form only one dative bond, or a whole molecule, the overall molecule can only form one dative bond, then we call that as monodentate. Like example of monodentate, H2O, NH3, Cl, which can form only one coordinate bond per ligand or per molecule. Bidentate means can form two bonds, or ethane dioate. It can also form two bonds in the same site, which have atoms with lone pair and can form two coordination bond per ligands. Means one molecule can form two bonds. And multi or polydentate like EDTA, so example, this is a structure of EDTA. This is the abbreviation for a compound. So EDTA, it can form a bond from this side 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So many positions are there which can link with the central atom. But in a bidentate, like example NH2, CH2, CH2, NH2, you can see here this is molecule is one side of a molecule it form a bond, and another side also it form a dative bond. So one molecule or one ligand means it should have a lone pair. If one ligand can form two dative bond, we call that as bidentate. If one ligand can form only one dative bond, we call monodentate. And if it can form multiple bonds, we call that as polydentate or multidentate. So EDTA is a multidentate ligand which can form many positions are there. Because nitrogen is having a lone pair, oxygen is having a lone pair, other side also oxygen having a lone pair, so it can form multiple dative bonds. I want you to copy this and draw the structure as well. Draw each structure, even EDTA structure, you should know. Like example, I will give a simple example. You have chromium. Example, coordination number of a chromium is 6. Coordination number means number of dative bond it can form. So if water is there, so if coordination number is 6, it means if it's a monodentate ligand, so how many ligands will be attached? 6 will be attached. One, two, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 ligands can attach. Its coordination number is 6, and if monodentate is there, so the 6 ligands will attach. But if bidentate molecule is there, so how many ligands can attach the same coordination number 6? means same 6 covalent dative bond it can form, but this is a bidentate. So bidentate means this blue part is showing, I'm not drawing a molecule, I'm just explaining an idea that this will be one molecule, this will be another molecule, and this is another molecule. So how many molecules can attach here? 1, 2, and 3. But here, when monodentate is there, how many molecules can attach? Overall, 6 molecules can attach, or 6 ligands can attach. But if it is like EDTA, which is polydentate, EDTA can form how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there are 6 positions where it can form a dative bond. So if all 6 are used, then how many ligands will be attached? Only one ligand will be there. Coordination number is 6. 6 dative bonds will be there, but only one ligand. So as the more number of dative bonds a molecule or a ligand can form, it reduces the number of ligands attached to a central atom or the complex sign. Is it clear, the idea? Any doubt in this?
No doubt.
Okay. So I want you to copy the statement and draw the structure as well, because you will find some questions related to drawing the structure of a complex. So it's better you draw it now. Formation of the color dynes. So why there is a color formation is there? Why a color you will see or observe? The color change arises from change in, there are different reasons for that. It may be a change in oxidation number. When oxidation number change, there's a color change. When the coordination number change, there might be a color change. Like example, first it was forming 6 dative bonds, and then it is forming 4 dative bonds. But why the number of the dative bond also change? That's also a question. Look, example, if I say chromium, chromium can allow 6 water molecules to surround and form a dative bond. But if these water molecules are changed by chloride ions, like if chloride ions also have a lone pair, so it only allows 4 chloride ions to surround, or 4 dative bonds, the coordination number will be 4. What is the reason why when water was there, it is able to adjust 6 water molecules, but when chloride ions are there, it's only adjusting 4? Because water molecules are neutral ligands, so it does not, they are not repelling each other. So as they are not repelling each other, that's why it can adjust more water molecule. But chloride ions, like charges, repel, so they are repelling each other, which create a repulsion and does not allow too many chloride ions to surround the chromium, because between the chloride ion there is a repulsion. So if oxidation number change, there is a change, there is a color we'll observe. Like example, chromium plus 6 is orange in color, where chromium plus 3 is green in color. So when the change in oxidation number, we'll observe a color change. Or if coordination number changes, like 6 ligands change to 4 or 3 or 2, then we'll also observe a color change. And if ligands also change, like example, it's the same thing. If coordination number change or with different ligands, they tend to form different color substance. Like example, with chromium surrounding water molecule, it was green in color. When chromium surrounded by chloride, it will be yellow in color. So different ligands leads to different formation of the color or change in color. So example, the formation of a color dyne, the color change arises from change in oxidation number, the coordination number, or the change in ligands. This first example, cobalt is given and it is surrounded by 6 amine groups. What is the oxidation number of cobalt? Cobalt is +2. How you identify it's +2? Because ammonia is a neutral ligand. So if ammonia is a neutral ligand, so the charge on the complex, because it's given +2. Ammonia in which nitrogen is having a lone pair. So when we do oxidation or add oxygen, the oxidation, so because all these are neutral, so they don't have charge. So the charge on the complex basically is because of chromium, so it means the chromium is +2. When we do oxidation, oxidation means oxidation is the loss of electron. So if chromium will lose one more electron, ligands does not change, it remains same, but the coordination number also remains same. Only the charge on the metal line will change or charge on the complex change. The color will also change. So what happened? Cobalt, it's with a +2, it's yellow in color. When ammonia is attached, ammonia as a ligand is attached. But when it's +3, it is brown in color. So we'll observe a color change here. Why we observe a color change? Because there is a change in the oxidation number. Then if you have copper, 6 water molecules are surrounding. When we add, like example, a hydrochloric acid or any acid, so 4 chloride will replace. So you can see here there's a change in the coordination number. So copper with 6 water molecules surround is blue in color, but copper, when 4 chloride ions are surrounding, it is green in color. It's N here, not M. This will be green in color. And what is the overall charge? Because copper is +2. So copper is +2 and these -4. So that total charge is -2. That's why you can see -2. And same way cobalt, which is pink in color, when we replace the ligand, the same number of ligands, what it will happen? It will turn to yellow or brown. So these are the examples. The first example, if oxidation number change, if coordination number change, or if the ligand will change. So there will be a color change, or we'll observe the color of the substance has changed. Is it clear? These are the 3 you have to copy as well. So I will repeat again because I forgot to record this part. So basically what happened in a D is divided into 5 subshells. It's 5 parts. So due to the presence of the ligand, it may split. It's not necessary that only 2 should, maybe 3 of them will have high energy and 2 of them have low energy, or maybe 4 of them have high energy and 1 of them is having low energy. It can split into any pattern depending on the ligand which is attached. So when it will absorb energy, it will jump. So what is not absorbed, that characteristic color is seen. And how you will identify which color is seen, there is a table for that. I will show that table because I don't have the picture right now. So otherwise I will show you now. But I will show you tomorrow that how a characteristic color is formed.